Hello everyone, this is a video I'm making on Tuesday. It's a quick preview of the weekend ahead. I would like to find more betting opportunities in the week time, but the racing's that poor, it just leaves me cold. Anyway, at Ascot on Saturday, I just wanted to start off here. There's this 2 mile 5 grade 1 called Betfair Ascot Chase. Going to be run on soft ground. And it's a fantastic race. Q Card, of course, bless him, 12 years old now. He's won this race twice in the past. They're no doubt hoping to go out on a blaze of glory. But he's going to find it exceptionally difficult to win this race. Exceptionally. 12 years old. I just don't see it myself. He does get the soft ground that he wants. But really, this race is all about the youngsters at the head of the market. And they are. The favourite is Top Notch. He won over course and distance a couple of starts ago. He beat Double Shuffle. He's 15-8 favourite. He was second in the JLT at Cheltenham last year. And, you know, he's a solid Nicky Henderson top class horse. He's favourite. Then, second favourite, we've got Waiting Patiently, trained by the daughter of Malcolm Jefferson. And Waiting Patiently is a very good name for this horse because they've gone very slowly with him. He is potentially very, very smart indeed, and he gets the chance to show it, whether he is or not, in this race on Saturday. He's only had 8 starts in total, winning 6 of them. The only 2 times he's been beaten was in over hurdles races back in 2015. Since going chasing, he's unbeaten. He absolutely dotted up last time out over this kind of trip. And of course, back here, as a novice, he beat Politolog, who's a grade 1 winner. Beat him handily as well. His thoughts are really like soft ground. He gets it. He could be a really special horse Waiting Patiently. He might be, you know, right up there with the best. The third one on the shortlist is also a very exciting horse. Is this horse called Coney Island. Now, some people might think he's a bit of a dark horse, but if you look back to his novice season, he had a truncated novice season. He's only had 4 chases in his life. He won a grade 1 on only his second start as a chaser in the Drinmore. And then he went to Leopardstown and ran in a grade 1 over 3 miles. And he was only just beaten on the line by Our Duke. If we look at this form here. Our Duke led close home. And he was only a 5-year-old there, Coney Island. And he had Disco behind him. Disco is rated, what's he rated now? 160 something? Let's have a quick look. Unfortunately, Disco's, he's rated 165. So, Coney Island gave him a handy beating. He's potentially very smart. He's been well punted for the Cheltenham Gold Cup. And he's full of potential. He ran in that grade 1 there on the 29th of December 2016, and he didn't reappear until nearly a full year later. He missed basically the whole of from January right up until December of 2017. There was a whole year out. And then he's only running a 3-runner race at Ascot over course and distance, funny enough, and he won handily. One of those 3 is very probably going to win the race. Top Notch, Waiting Patiently, and Coney Island. And they are like 15-8, 5-2, and 11-4. Frodon hacked up in the mud in a handicap at Cheltenham. But previous to that, he was well beaten by Top Notch at Ascot. So it would be a bit of a surprise to see Frodon reverse that form with Top Notch. So it's a fascinating race. Personally, I think the best horse in the race is likely to be Waiting Patiently. He may well be an absolute monster, but you know, that will be the day that we find out. Fascinating race. We'll wait and see. I would like to have a decent bet on Waiting Patiently. He is also only about 6-1 for the Ryanair Chase. You can get 8-1 anti-post rules. If he were to dot up here in this Ascot Chase, it would make him look really good for the Ryanair. But the only problem is, with that, is the Ryanair Chase generally goes to a horse that's got Cheltenham form. And that's what's putting me off Waiting Patiently for the Ryanair, is that he's never been at Cheltenham. So that is a negative for me. But I think he's a fantastic horse. And if you watch his, go online and you can find various places to watch for free. Watch his win in that race at Kempton over Christmas. Exceptional. Travelled, jumped, quickened away, hard on the steel. And there's not a lot in it on form. You know, according to the ratings, you know, he's rated 164. Top Notch is rated 164. Coney Island rated 163 by the official handicapper. Frodon's even rated 164 by the official handicapper. So it's going to be a really fascinating race. It's one of the best races of the chase, of the jump season, of the chase season, in terms of quality. Be fascinating to watch. Just point out and bring to your attention another race we might be having a bet in, which is this decent listed Class 1 handicap chase, 3 miles at Ascot on Saturday. I think the market is all wrong here. So I think we might be able to find something to have a decent bet on at rewarding odds outside the head of the market. I mean, we've got Gold Present here. They might put James Bowen up on this to take £3 off his back. But he went up £8 for winning last time. And at 3-1, he'll have to be taken on. So I'll just warn you, we will definitely be looking at this. I have got 2 candidates in mind for this race. So that's a race that we will definitely be looking to get involved in. There is a handicap hurdle there. I have had a look and I can't get involved. This is the other race that I've already spent a hell of a lot of time on this week. Unfortunately, I had one lined up for it, and it's a non-runner, which is a bit of a shame. But this is the Grand National Trial Handicap Chase over 3 miles 4.5 at Haydock, and it's likely to be run over further than that due to rail realignment. They quite often can add anything up to 75 yards or more a circuit, and there's going to be about 2.5 circuits here. So it could end up more like 3 mile 5.5. And I have got a couple of horses in mind for this race. Now again, you've got Black Lion here. He's off 161. Yes, he won very nicely and was very well handicapped when he won the Beecher Chase off 153. He's up £8 and he's got to carry 11 stone 12. And they're asking you to take 11-4, 3-1. It's got to be opposed. Vieux Lion Rouge won this race last year. He's £4 higher this year. He's not in the same form. The Dutchman won the Peter Marsh Chase over 3 furlongs less last time out, but he's up £13 in the weights for that. And they want you to bet him at 6-1 and Vieux Lion Rouge at 6-1. Now, there's a horse here called Three Faces West who's got a very good record at Haydock. He may well be the one. He won very nicely over this course, but not the distance. But again, he's quite a short price. There are a couple of others in here that I've got in mind, but jockey bookings are going to be absolutely essential here. So I will be looking. For instance, some of these horses are not going to run. I'm pretty sure that Mystery won't run. I think he will go to the Ascot Chase, which is a week later. I don't think Captain Chaos will run. Yala Enki is down to run in the 3-mile race we just looked at Ascot. This could cut up into a small field. You know, it could end up with 8 or 9 runners. And I'll just tell you a couple of the horses I've got in mind. I've got this Paul Nicholls horse, Silsoul, in mind. He had a long time off, and then they run him in a hot race back at Haydock, that handicap hurdle won by Sam Spinner, where he was off. Silsoul was off 156 or something after, you know, he was well down the field. And then he ran 5th in the Welsh National, which, you know, and he's got excellent form at Haydock. The only question I have is he definitely going to run? And I would love to see them put a decent £3, possibly a £5 claimer. I don't want to see a £7 claimer on board. It's not the kind of race for a young, inexperienced rider. A top £3 claimer would be useful. Get his weight down to 10 stone 6. He loves the mud, Silsoul. I've also got Wild West Wind in mind, although he's a much shorter price. He was going well in the Welsh National when he fell. I'm just not sure that this is his track. So that's interesting. If Silsoul lines up, I might have a bet on him. I might also bet 3 Faces West. So that's a really interesting race. And at 4.25 on the Haydock card, it's a bit annoying, but this is a Albert Bartlett Grade 2 Novices Hurdle, registered as the Prestige. It's 2 miles 7 on heavy ground. Again, could well be rail realignment, so it might even ride longer than 2 miles 7. And down the bottom here, we've got Shannon Bridge, Dan Skelton horse. Of course, we were on at 16-1 when he was beaten a short head at Doncaster last time out. And I make him a major player here if he lines up. We won't be getting 16-1 again because, you know, he's revealed himself a bit now. But I make him if he's any kind of decent price, I'll have to be on. But, you know, you're not going to get massive prices. So that's an interesting race. I'd like to, you know, get our money back. Very interesting. We've got this Nicky Henderson horse, which might turn up, Chef des Oboe, who was a very good winner at Kempton over Christmas. He might turn up. But nevertheless, that would help if he turns up, because he will make the market for us. Yeah, he won, no, not Christmas, January, middle of January. Whether he'll turn up, I don't know. But he won a Class 3, and Shannon Bridge was just touched off in the Grade 2. So there we go. We've also got, back at Ascot, I must mention, I have looked at it. Let's go back to Ascot. Is the Rendlesham Chase, which is a novices chase over 3 miles. Let's get it up. The Reynoldstown Chase. And it's a very interesting race. We've got a horse in here that I really like called What's His Name. He beat Mount Muse last time out. I already had Mount Muse down as a really nice horse. But What's His Name beat him quite decisively at Doncaster, I believe. Neither have got a penalty. They're taking on Black Courton. Black Courton is going to set up the market for us. And I'll give this horse a serious chance here. And Yeah, he'll definitely go on the mud, and I'll give him a great chance. What's his name? So we'll have to see if he lines up. Okay, so there we go. Just a little bit of whetting the appetite, ready for some decent racing at the weekend. And just to say, as unfortunately, I didn't come down on Kalashnikov as the main bet, but if you got the right price, Kalashnikov won nicely and gave us a winning weekend on Saturday. He will be heading towards the Supreme. He might well be able to get involved in the shake-up, but I don't think he'll be winning. Okay? There you go. Just a little bit of interest. More to follow later in the week.